Tiger Johnson from Cleveland, Ohio, 140, and you're watching Goodfella TV.
All right, so Errol Spence announced on his Instagram story with Omar walking through the projects. He announced that he is coming back to 50. He put 154 and 160 on notice. So a lot of people thinking he may be going out there to challenge. He may be going out there to challenge the Lara, Danny Garcia winner, and maybe not Fondora this time. Now I heard somebody say that Benavidez said he might be fighting on the Fondora Errol Spence undercard December 14th. Now they saying Tank and David Benavidez could tag team back again that card once again. With Benavidez fighting Jesse Hart and Tank Davis possibly fighting Jose Venezuela. Right now, apparently on the Jose Venezuela tip, they got to get Pitbull Cruz to step aside. So Pitbull Cruz, you know, they got a little work to do. I don't know if it's gonna be an agreement. Obviously, it's gonna be some cash exchange agreement to fight the winner. I don't know if they can get him to step aside. Which I said in another video is crazy that, you know, he got a rematch clause, and you know he ain't even got a title defense. He ain't even a main event fighter. But nonetheless, Earl, you know, it could be that maybe Crawford and Fondora actually gonna fight. And now Earl to my 54-60 probably mean he fighting the Danny Garcia Lara winner, so that might make a little bit of sense. Remember, Mayweather was going out there talking about he was really a 160 pounder. You know, remember other people say, oh, Errol Spence really belonged at 160. Y'all gonna see the difference at 160. He fight a real 60 pounder. Y'all gonna see the big difference. Y'all gonna see a big difference. You know, but being and no longer, no telling when he coming back. It's over a year. You know, and these fighters think it's cool to be inactive, thinking 8 to 10 weeks of sparring or 10 to 12 weeks of sparring is good enough. Well, you gonna fuck around and find out it ain't. Ain't no substitute for fighting. Ain't no true substitute, especially when you talking about preserving skill set and getting better with your skill set and repetition. You know, ain't no supplement for that. But you know, nonetheless, that's on him, man. You know, sound like maybe Spence and Crawford and Fondora could be coming, and now he could be going over to Danny and Lara. Like I said, I have no inside information. I'm just assuming, like most of us are assuming on this situation. But you know, maybe he got, you know, some rumors about his eye, you know, not being able to get sanctioned for his eye. Maybe his eye healed up and now he ready to rumble. Now you could see a Crawford rematch, you know, if he get a belt at 60, you know, handle mandatories, and maybe him and Crawford do it again at 64 belt. You know, as a competitor, you want to show that you can do better than what you did in the first fight. You know, so, but yeah, I mean, you know, put him on notice. 60 ain't really got nothing there, especially if Genovic can't make the weight. And Genovic talking like he ain't going up to 68. He can make the weight, and then really for him, it ain't no point of going to 68. Benavidez gone, Morale gone, unless he gonna go target Caleb Plant. So that's the only, you know, 68 is a dead man land. I think Zach Parker didn't even moved up to 75. Callum Smith then moved up. John Ryder, Rocky Fielding then retired. Billy Joe, I seen a picture of Billy Joe. I didn't know if it was real. Like, he a fucking heavyweight. It look like he a damn heavyweight. So, like I continue to say, man, it's getting interesting out here. You know, it's getting real interesting out here. But yeah, it's good to see Errol Spence coming back. You know, see what type of quality he able to come back and bring. That's going to be the great question about it. What type of quality is he going to bring back to the sport of boxing? You know, that's the thing about it. What quality is he going to be able to bring back to the sport of boxing? So, but if he can get back on top, that'd be good for PBC. But the Fondor fight was very dangerous. But if he waiting around for Lara and Danny Garcia, shit, he gonna be waiting around for another year. He gonna be waiting around for another year. So I don't really see that happening. So to me, it got to be probably Fondor, or it got to be somebody at 160. Maybe the guy that got the IBF. Who got the IBF at 160? So it might be whoever got the IBF at 160. So yeah, it might be whoever got the IBF at 160. Maybe that's what he's going after. I don't know. He did hold the IBF for a long ass time, so I think Jinovic, might hold both of them belts. I could be wrong about that. 60 is so cooked. Ain't nobody worried about what's going on at 60. But yeah, the game can need Errol Spence back. Hopefully it's a tune-up. He's smart and get a couple of tune-ups. Maybe got a trainer already he working with. He didn't look too far out of shape with the pictures with Brian Norman Jr. So took some time off. He wanted to continue to fight. And like I said, in this economy, we all gotta work. We all gotta work. Can't nobody afford to take no days off. Can't nobody afford to miss no days. Can't nobody afford to be jobless for 2 months too long. Can't nobody afford to have one form of income coming to the house. It's to the point where the man and the woman gotta have multiple streams of income, 2 or 3 incomes apiece. I was listening to Boosie speak about it. He said America ain't never been this poor. Maybe through the Great Recession or Depression. But he's right. It's fucked up out here. For real. So can't none of us, can't nobody ever miss nothing out here. Everybody hustling Uber Eats, hustling DoorDash, hustling Lyft, Ghetto Lyft. Yeah, these dudes gotta fight. But, it's a chance he might, fight Fondor. They said Tank might come back November 20-something, and then they do a pay-per-view December 14th. So they might do 2 pay-per-views within a couple weeks of each other. So one before Thanksgiving, and one before 2 weeks before, 10 days, or almost 2 weeks, it's less than 2 weeks before Christmas. The question is the opponent going to be Fondor, or is it going to be somebody else? Tim Tszyu fighting, background Montebello and Tim Tszyu fighting for the IBF. Bud hold the WBA. Fondor hold the WBA and the WBO. WBC and WBO. So he's obligated to fight Crawford. We got to see what happened in that first bid. Maybe Fondor let the WBO go and fight Spence for the WBC. So it'll be interesting to see who we come back with as trainer and we fight with. But yeah, so it's gonna be interesting to see, who we come back versus. Other than that, man, if you wait for, he can tune up and then fight the Danny and Lara sometime early next year. But if it ain't gonna be no tune up, it's probably gonna be Fondor. I know you say, I don't need tune ups, man. Nigga, you need a tune up. You know what I'm saying? But all his flaws is his flaws at this point. That's what it is. It ain't gonna fix none of them flaws. You only can enhance what he can do. Some of the things he do, too much weight over his front foot, balance issues, throw the left hand square up. Some of them things you ain't gonna be able to fix, in my opinion. That ain't gonna happen. But, then we use his jab a little bit more, and then he'd be a little bit more healthier. So we'll see. He might be stronger, he might be more athletic, he might be faster. He might look slower and worse. You know, with the extra weight help with the punch resistance sometimes, the conditioning. But in my humble opinion, man, you know, I think he cooked. I think he done. But only he got the answers for that. So hopefully he good. You know, hopefully he continue to put food on the table for his family. And hopefully, you know, it's good. Right now, it's pretty much, you know, boxing is dead right now. Ain't nothing to really talk about. Canelo don't move the needle in North America. Maybe on the west coast. But in North America, he don't move the needle. He don't move the needle. So, yeah, without, you know, the last major thing that happened in boxing was the Haney-Brian Garcia situation. And the thing before that was their actual fight before we found out. So other than that, boxing has been pretty mundane this year. You know? But hey, it is what it is. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. We go live and drop video. Financially, you want to support the channel. Cash App, $CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link in the description. Check out the Patreon, won't be disappointed. But the Kid Austin breakdown on there too, so make sure y'all check that out. The Belanga Canelo prediction on there as well too. Find me on X, Instagram, Spotify, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Facebook, the whole 9. Peace.